Learn how to voice your concerns in the workplace professionally and effectively.
Always believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
I remember earlier in my career when I wanted to give someone feedback or I wanted to make a statement that was counter to the statement that was on the floor. One of the things that held me back was I wasn't sure how I should say it in a way that I would not only be heard, but that in fact, my criticism, my answer, my question might in fact be embraced. And I remembered a piece of advice or an old saying that my mother used to say, "It's not what you say, Carla, it's always about how you say it." And the how is partly the words that you use. It's also the demeanor with which you deliver it. And it's also the emotion that you might have when you deliver it. Be very careful about the look that's on your face. There's power in the look that's on your face. So you want to make sure that you are inviting when you give a comment, that you are demonstrating that you have an open mind, that you're not actually giving feedback that is definitive. You're saying, here's my suggestion. Here's what I'm thinking about that. Or how would you think about this, even though it might be your comment? You want to be very careful about being critical of someone if you're trying to put forth feedback and you really want to be heard and you want what you said to be embraced. So you don't want to attack and say, that's wrong, or I don't see how you got there, or, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. You want to be very thoughtful about who you're speaking to, who is your audience, and how they might embrace it. So think to yourself, when you're getting ready to make a comment, how can I say this in a constructive and a productive way? How would I feel if somebody else made this comment about something that I would say? And then something that someone else told me that I hold near and dear, and I think of him, as a mentor. He said, before you make a comment, Carla, ask yourself these 3 questions. Does it need to be said? Does it need to be said right now? And does it need to be said by you? And sometimes we're so focused on making sure that we get the comment out there that we fail to think, do I really need to make that comment? Or do I need to let somebody else make that comment by talking to them about my concerns, my issues, my idea? Perhaps it might be more impactful if it came from them versus coming from me. Now, you don't want to do that all the time. You obviously want to be very strategic about that, but that's your power, exercising your strategic vision on what's the right way to get that idea introduced into the overall environment. Diplomacy, how you say what you're going to say, who you're going to say it to, and when you're going to say it, is one of the very important things that you need to consider if you want to maximize your success, especially with respect to your communication skills in your overall environment. When you bother to speak, you want to make sure that you're being heard, and more importantly, you want people to embrace what you're saying and act upon it. That means you're being effective in your communication, and diplomacy is a critical tool. Go get them.